All right, welcome to the after work video. Unfortunately, this video is going to be time locked like the lunch video. I ordered something, so it's going to be arriving at 6. So I'm going to need to cut the video at 6. Now I will be adhering to my one topic a day rule. So if I don't finish everything, I guess I'll just log in after dinner. Once it starts getting to be 8 or 9, though, I usually don't have the energy to continue on. Yeah, hopefully I can finish everything up now, but if not, I will need to put in extra time and go into a third video today to adhere to my 1 video a day rule. Okay, but let's go to YouTube and upload my lunchtime video. Got things moving along at work, so I'm to the point where I'm so kind of busy working on stuff that I don't even want to take the literally like 1 minute. Oh, and there's Bach, JS Bach. So I'm trying to click on stuff, but I'll share my screen to show the pain I'm in right now. Because I'm literally just trying to click on YouTube to upload my files, but it's like crashing on me. Okay, there we go. Now it's letting me do what I would need to do. So I need to go to my channel and okay, so YouTube Studio. Yep, and I need to upload the lunchtime video because just taking on a lot at work, so even that 1 minute to do that is kind of a bit much at this point. And at work, I think it's really not necessarily always fair to be doing something like that anyways. Okay, perfect. So, yep, this is how I wanted these videos to go anyway. I wanted to start each video off by uploading the last one. Oh, and we're going to have to make a new playlist. So it's going to be BGP path selection. Perfect. All right, and I will add my tags. All right, excellent. So we won't be able to close this until the video is uploaded. Shouldn't take too long. Unfortunately, I only had 45 minutes. So I think I really will need to be putting in an extra video. But I can certainly do that. Okay, so now this is going to be the second one. I probably will need a third one, but it will have to be today where I do that third one. Okay. Okay, so where I left off on the last one, I was creating another path. So here's my lab, and I went through the cron job, I believe. Yep, so everything rebooted, is ready to go. It looks like the OSPF neighborship is back up. So where I left off is I was setting up the redundant path, as I just said, trying to have it go through. Now, one thing I was trying to do that was pretty interesting is I was trying to make my other autonomous system be the same autonomous system as the sub-AS, because I was thinking that since it's in a confederation and it's actually 65000, and these are just pieces of the puzzle that add up to that autonomous system, I thought it would just be basically connecting up 5001 to 5000, but it turns out what I am attempting to do is form an eBGP session from 5000 5001 to 5001, which is not possible. But the reason I thought it would be possible, yep. So root, clouds, CLI, show configuration protocols, BGP, pipe, display set, pipe no more. So the reason I thought it would be possible is because where'd that configuration go? It disappeared. Oh, right. No, of course it disappeared because it was in the candidate configuration. I wasn't able to commit it, so it never made it to the active configuration. But the reason I thought it would be possible is because you can see on my other eBGP group, I specified the peer AS. Well, you have the option to specify the local AS as well. So the reason I thought it would be possible is because I specified the local AS, and the local AS I specified was the AS of the confederation and not the sub AS that is part of the confederation. So I thought it would be forming a eBGP neighborship between these two ASs, the confederation AS and then the AS of the second zone. But it turned out that the set routing options autonomous system value, which is 65001, overwrites that local AS value that you include in the BGP group. And I tried including it in just the straight BGP hierarchy. Oh, actually, no, what I tried is I tried including it in the neighbor hierarchy within the group, and then I tried including it in just the group hierarchy, and neither worked. It always was overwritten by the set routing options autonomous system hierarchy. So I think what I'm going to do is just change this. It's going to be 65099. Okay, so I'll need to edit the Cisco's. I'll do that first, and then I will edit the Juniper, if I may. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is not the terminal I use at work. I've said this before, but I use Terminator. I like it. And then I used to use Secure CRT, but that's because my employer bought a license for me. I think they just transferred one that they bought for someone else or something like that. But I really like Terminator. I mean, I like Secure CRT the best, but I don't like having to either pay for it myself or ask somebody else to buy me a license. I really don't like that about it, but I do like Secure CRT a lot, especially the scripting capability. Terminator I found is pretty nice, but I haven't really used the scripting capability for it, if there is any. So I do like Secure CRT better, but this is the one I like the least. Okay, so let's stay on topic here. I think I'm gonna put these on because I really gotta focus and get this done because I've got something coming at 6. So my phone's out of silent. Yep, and I'll see it when it comes, but that's not going to be until 6 or 6:15. Oh, and it looks like I didn't even configure the router BGP yet. Okay, which is interesting. I thought I did. Well, maybe that's why it wasn't working. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We can use the different autonomous system. Okay, router BGP 65099. Neighbor 10.0.9.1, I believe. And then remote AS 65000. There we go. All right, so now let's configure. Oh, we also need, we're going to need a second neighbor. Yep, so but let's start by configuring this neighborship. Okay, so hopefully we'll see this neighborship come up now. We can look at the Cisco. One thing that's kind of nice about Cisco are these syslog messages. You can turn them on for Juniper as well, but you need to enter a command monitor start messages is the command, and you can get similar messages popping up. But on Juniper, on Cisco, when you're in via console, you don't need an extra command usually. In fact, you need a command to turn them off. Huh. Okay, so unless, of course, you are in band management, then you need the command terminal monitor in order to see these messages. But out of band management via a console, the messages pop up automatically, typically. Okay, so let's, yep, we've got the BGP neighborship up, perfect. Let's configure it to the other Juniper. So we'll go back into router BGP 65099, and now we'll form an iBGP neighborship. So it's going to be 10.0.99, and then it's going to be .6. And we won't need to specify the remote. Oh, we will need to specify the remote. The remote AS, it is required to do so. There we go. Because I figured it would just assume that it's an iBGP connection if you didn't specify it, but apparently it does not have that capability. Oh, you got to use do on Cisco. Okay, so we've got .9 on this side, so we'll need to do .10 for the neighbor on the other side. Okay, so we've got one more device to configure. That's going to be router E. And if anyone was curious about the results of the help helper, I did take a glance at that briefly to see what happened with it. And it appeared as though, and I can run it again just because that might be a source of curiosity for somebody. So help topic. Let's just look for all examples. Yeah, let's just do that. That sounds interesting. Okay, we'll leave that up running. We can even just, I think, close it and come back to it. No, we can't. We gotta leave it up. Okay, so now we've got, but if anyone was curious, it appeared as though not only were we left high and dry in the original documentation by just having a C also and then a title, but no way to actually C also get to the title in any way if you only have access to the CLI, you don't have an internet connection, as will be the case during the exam. Not only do they leave you high and dry doing that, they appeared to leave you high and dry by not even having that example there. So I did the help helper script on the see also title and nothing popped up for it. So there's no way to see also unless maybe in help reference they have something for it. But typically a write-up will be in help topic, and then help reference is just basically like doing a question mark. It just gives you back commands, but it does not give you an explanation of the commands. All right. Okay, so .9/30, like about Junipers, we can specify /30. Okay, but we're also going to need a BGP group, just like before. Okay, so actually I did make a mistake, but it's pretty easy to fix. I've got a delete family inet address, the .9, and it turns out I already had .10 configured. Oops, but oh, I gotta do delete /30. So let me go back here and then back to my delete statement and add the /30. Okay, because otherwise it automatically assumes it's a /32 and I don't have that configured there. So perfect. And I'll do a run monitor start messages so we can see how the syslog messages on the Juniper compared to the syslog messages on the Cisco. Okay, so it looks like we aren't getting any, even though we've got them from the Cisco. So that was unexpected. I thought there would be some. It's kind of bad news too, because I am kind of planning to use monitoring messages like that and then trace options as well during the exam. I'm planning to make full use of those. Every advantage I can get, I am planning to take, including an OP script that I can get more information from. In fact, this in and of itself might be pretty valuable to have because I just get everything that's an example back. So like even like login class, like if I go to E, yeah, and this is just everything that's an example like that I get back. So that's pretty darn valuable. Yeah. Yeah, this might be worth having the helper memorized and implemented, just to pull back all of the, basically anything that has this, has the examples. Yeah, because it's all right there. TAC plus, name server, it's just all there, ready for me to go pretty much. Yeah, and then I can just throw this in a notepad tab and then have that ready to go. I really think that this is going to be smart. I don't know what that backing up means, but yeah, look at this. I get examples for everything, like really nice. Tricolor, class of service. DSCP. Yeah. Okay, but let's keep focused here. I've only got about a half an hour left. So let's do show BGP summary. Aha, so we've got our, oops, it looks like we've got one in active state. I think that's the connection to, yeah, so let's do a show configuration protocols, BGP, pipe display set relative. Yeah. Okay, so I think the Cisco some way, somehow did not get backed up. So I will close all the tabs I've got open except for C on my terminal emulator here. Okay, so let's see what got removed. Maybe I forgot to do a write. I think it just did the GNS bug where it doesn't save your last action sometimes. Okay. Okay, we should see that up. Perfect, it came up. Yeah, this is still going, which is nice. Yeah, look at this. They've got, look at this. We've got an example for how to configuration, route reflector, anything I need. Probably for multipath. Haha, look at this. Example for multipath too. I kind of wish I had saw that before. Here's a whole, let's see what we got here. It's such a treasure trove. That's what I like about it. But it is buried deep. Like you saw that script I made. And if you did not, you can just look me up on oh man. But yeah, it's just a straight up treasure trove. I got a full lab here for multiple paths with a step-by-step for how to do it. So if they want me to do something like that on the test, I've got a full write-up for how to do it. Here as well, load balancing BGP traffic. Look at this. In fact, I'm even going to add these to my notes for this video. This one I think I already have. Yeah, but this one is new and quite valuable. All right, so we've got everything, I think, good to go. We might, yep, and we've got a neighborship here. Let's check the neighborship here, make sure that's up still. Oh, and I'm not sure if I did a write. I did, yeah. It should be pretty instinctual for me by now. So I'd be surprised if the problem were in fact that I was not doing those writes. Maybe I have to do a copy run start for some weird reason, and a write just won't cut it. But then why did it save this information? Because that's what I've been doing. Okay, so router BGP1, and then I'll do do show IP and brief. IV4E except after C. There we go. So neighbor 2.16.1.2. Remote AS 65123. Okay, so we've got that up now. Let's do a show IP route. And yep, so we've got the BGP route from the other side. Perfect. So we're learning it via here. We should, if everything is going well, see that coming in load balanced. So we should see a cost equal path for that. Right now, if I do a show route protocol BGP, we don't have a cost equal path. We've only got one path via 001, but by the end of this video, hopefully, I might need to do another one after my dinner that I'm getting, which is, oh man, okay, it'll be here in a half an hour. But hopefully by then we can have a cost equal path through 009. If not, after dinner, I will come back and work on that. But we're very nearly there. We've got the other path working to the point where I can actually shut down 001, I believe. So set interface GE 001.0 disable. And we'll still learn that route, but we'll be learning it through 009 now, I think. Oh, okay. Well, maybe not. Let's try to figure that out, though. Get a good understanding for that. So we can close that. Is this done yet? Not done yet. I think I might. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is just memorize this script, and then one of the first things I do when I sit down is just run the script like this. In fact, I can even memorize the script to just have it run like this, and then give me this pay dirt, and then I put all this in there, and I control F in there, and then I've just got pay dirt, configuring ISAS, configuring like look at this. This is just like, oops, let's do a quit on that. Control C, please. Thank you. Yeah, like look at that. Perfect. Okay, but let's let's have that route be learnable through 009. So I think I know what went wrong. I just need to add the export to 009. Right now, it's only applied to the neighborship within 65000. Within that confederation is the only place where that export policy is applied. I need to apply it to the neighborship for this autonomous system as well. So I will do that on both sides. Yep, and if anyone's completely lost, I hope this will make it more clear. Show configuration of protocols, BGP, pipe display set, relative. So you can see I've got an export policy, but only for the sub-autonomous system to the sub-autonomous system. I don't have that same export policy for the load balanced path. So of course the route is not going to be sent over that path. Until I add it to it, which I will do right now. Okay, and I'll do it on the other side as well. Perfect. So now I don't think it will show up as a load balance path yet, because we're going to need to add that extra code, which is what we're learning about now. But sadly, my cynical half is thinking that it might. That would kind of ruin the video, because I thought it would require extra commands, and that would be the happy end scenario of this video is figuring that out and getting it to work. But if it just works without the learning the extra configuration, let's see what it is. So it didn't even learn it at all for some reason. It just did not work at all. Huh, that's interesting. So how is it? Oh, it is learning some stuff. Oh, no, it's not. So it's not learning. Yeah, it's not learning anything dynamically. These are just all routes that are configured on it. So I am pretty surprised that, so it should have one BGP neighborship that is up. Oh, yeah, it should have two. This is the only one that is down because I shut down that link. But it should have. It should be able to learn that BGP route over 009. Huh, that's interesting. Let's do show route advertising protocol BGP to the neighbor 10.0.99.2. Aha, so we are passing it. But for some reason, it is not being passed along. So I think the reason it's not being passed along is, no, I did set up an IGP. But it might have, I think I might need a export policy here as well. So let's do a show IP route. So we've got, but we are learning it. So without an export policy. Huh, okay. Well, why isn't it making it to, oh, I think, yeah, for eBGP, I think you do need an export policy. So yeah, we're gonna need to do an export policy on here, or just go configure terminal router BGP 65.0.99 network. Yep, and then we can do 172.16.2.0. Oops. Okay, orders on the way between 555 and 605. Okay, but there we go. So now hopefully it shows up. Oh, it's not showing up. Well, that's too bad. I thought it would show up. Oh man, okay, well, my order's ahead of schedule, so it's going to be here soon. Luckily, I'm at a decent stopping point. I think what I'll just do, if my order is here, is pause it and then come back instead of making a third video, because I'm right in the middle of this train of thought, so I might as well just come back to it instead of just completely stopping it. So what is the subnet mask? /30. Oh wait, slash. Oh, okay. /30 is subnet, 2 subnets. Okay, that's strange. Huh. I don't get why it's not. Let's sniff the link and see if we can find a BGP update. Or it's not, yeah, it's going to be a notification. No, actually, no, it's not going to be a notification. It is going to be an update. End of file on pipe magic during open. I've never seen that before. I don't know what pipe magic is. Whatever it is, it sounds like something I do not partake in. But that a lot of people do and are trying to get legalized. Okay, I'm gonna close it, reopen it because I need some pipe magic. If it's out of pipe magic, I am hoping that pipe magic will come back just by reloading it. I wonder if it's because it's a Cisco and a Juniper. There's no pipe magic between the two. Ah, here we go. So there is pipe magic. So we've got a keep alive, a hello. So let's see if there's a update, something like that, if I change the network. Okay, so do I get a BGP update message saying that that has been withdrawn? Looks like I do not. Let's just filter out for BGP. Okay, so all we're getting are keep alives right now. We're not getting any NLRI information, network layer reachability information exchanged. Maybe it's because I need to exit the, no. Oh, and we're no longer getting any keep alive, so I wonder if it's doing the classic just stop capturing. So sometimes in Cisco's, the change doesn't go into effect until you leave the hierarchy mode. So I was wondering if that's what was happening here. But it looks like I've got the classic stop capturing bug happening. Yeah, because we get a OSPF. So yep, classic stop capturing thing happened. So let's restart it. Ah, so yep, we're still not getting any NLRI. So I think we're going to need that NLRI, otherwise the other side won't have it. Oh man, I'm stumped. I mean, I think it needs a policy, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it needs a policy. policy map, type, route, route map. But I thought you could just maybe an IP access list? I'm confused here. Route map. Do I need a route map? Do I need... I thought I just needed a network. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe I need a address family. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why yeah, because it says that you have to give it 4 octets. So that example only gave it 3 octets. Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, I removed it from there because it was already showing up under the address families. Oh, I see. So it just shows up as activate instead of, okay. Okay, now we've got those up. Oh my God. So it says my order will be here soon. It's not here yet though. I think. I hope they send me a final text. They might not. Why am I not getting a route over that path? So is it? So it's getting here. I think so. I think if I do show route that's 16.2.0, I think because I don't have next hop self, the next hop, yeah, is here. Yeah. So it can't install it here. It's not a valid route because the next hop isn't reachable. That's why. Because if I do a show route, I don't have that network in there. So the next hop is not reachable. So it's not a valid route. But if I do next hop self, then it will be a reachable next hop because it'll have a direct route for it. So that's the problem. I figured it out. I'm brilliant. Either that or I've got the basic minimum skills to pass this test. However you look at it. Let's just say, let's go with the brilliant. That sounds better. Okay, so I think it's neighbor. Yeah, next hop self. Perfect. Okay, so now the next hop will be something that's in the routing table. Will be out of this subnet, so it will be a valid route to add. Ah, my God, but it's still. But we should be able to see now that the next hop has changed. The next hop did not change, okay? Why did the next hop not change? Yeah, I'm not receiving anything from .2. Is my order here? Are they going to give me a final notification, or are they just going to leave it at the door without telling me? All right, well, it's going to be here soon enough, so I think I'm going to pause the video and and then I'll come back to it after dinner because I got to finish up this topic. I got to do one topic a day in order to be prepared. It's going to be crazy, taxing, not fun to put that much work into this, but it's only going to be about 2 months of this pace, and it's definitely going to be important that I do pick up the pace now that it is closer to the date of the exam. So I'm going to pause it and I'll come back after dinner and finish up this topic. All right, so I am back and I am ready to finish up this topic, I think. So where I left off, I couldn't figure out why I wasn't able to learn the route. So I was expecting myself to be able to ping end to end still, even though I shut down this link here, because I was expecting it to be able to go through here without any problem. But I will show what happens when I attempt to do that. If I may, my terminal seems to have other ideas for me tonight. It won't even let me. You can see I'm very clearly clicking on it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I do a ping to, so first I'll do a show IP route. You can see I'm not learning a BGP route anymore. Let's check router 2. Yeah, so I'm not learning any BGP route at all. If I go to A, I do a show route, I don't have any routes that are dynamically learned. That makes sense because I shut down that link, but I'm expecting to still be able to learn the BGP route. If I go over to router 3 and show an IP route, you can see I am learning the BGP routes 172.2.0. The problem is that I'm not propagating it on to router A. Okay, and now this has had enough time to completely go through. So we're at 100% down to further doc not found. So this is going to be one of my strategies during the exam. I'm going to be memorizing this script and then having it print out every help topic that has an example included. So you can see there actually weren't that many, but I'll show you why this is so powerful, and I think it's going to be essential for me passing the exam. So any topic I can't remember, I can just Control F, and let's say I'm stuck on a BGP section. Now I will have Notepad++, so I can do this exact same thing that I'm doing now. You can see we've got help for multiple BGP instances. We've got help for normally I can just hit F2. Oh, okay, I gotta hold down function. That's okay. We've got help for logical systems. Yeah, and here's the main thing. So not only do we have help for this, but anything I want. So let's say damping, like that's something that I'm not that comfortable with. Now we've got an example, configuring damping parameters. And it will actually show me a full example of how damping, there's a huge bird outside the window, how damping is typically used. It'll show me how to configure that, and it will give me a good explanation of it, show me the full configuration. And I did make my script so that when they leave me high and dry like this, I can just do a helper. So I can do an OP helper, and then have it find related documentation. But unfortunately, my test runs couldn't find anything in under 9 minutes. So it's really not going to be useful. I think just letting it print out and then having all this will be a good thing. I'm kind of curious about this Junos defaults. Console type, RPC mapper. Huh. Firewall rules. Interesting. All right, well, let's stay on topic and try to get this to work here. So let's even pull up, so let's just pull up the relevant router here. So router A, E, and then routers 3 and routers 4. Oh, and this is the hottest part of the night for me because I have my heater set up to incentivize me going outside at this time. So it's really hot right now because I should be outside walking or doing something. But I need to finish this video. It will cool down shortly. And I'm feeling good right now too. I don't feel too tired. So I really think I can finish this by the end of today. I think I can go until 10 o'clock without much trouble. Okay, but I am going to put these on because it is, I am running the vacuum cleaner right now. Okay, so, oops, and they're on backwards. They're kind of molded to my head this way, so they feel more comfortable that way. All right, so now we've got, yep, so we're gonna need to, okay, so we exported the route, which is good. I think we need another export policy though on the routers. So this is router 3, so we're gonna need to export this out to the eBGP peer, and we're gonna need to do a next hop self on it. Same thing here, show IP route, but we're gonna need to do it for, what the heck? We're gonna need to do it for .1. That's the one with metric 200, so it's the one that traveled a further distance. Here we can see .2 has 200. Here it's .1. So we're gonna need to use the export policy for .1 here, but .2 here. And you can see we've got a next hop via 10.99, 10.0.99.10, but we can't propagate that BGP route with that next hop. And not only that, if I do a show IP route connected, 10 dot, this .10 isn't even a directly connected route. So we might even want to do a next hop self on router 4 so that it's a legit route from here, because since that's not a valid next hop, if I do 172.16, oh, sorry, that's not even, oh yeah, it is. .2.1. So it's just gonna time out and we're not gonna be able to reach it. So to somebody who's kind of still learning network, I would say even at an intermediate level with networking, hopefully not at a super advanced level, but this might be kind of unintuitive because I have the route, like it's there, why can't I ping this route? It's in the table. Well, the reason you can't ping the route is because the route is pushed through the network via BGP advertisements. And the BGP advertisements give you the route in the form of network layer reachability information. So not only do they give you the route, they give you the attributes of the route. They give you the details, the specifics. And one of those details is the next hop. So it'll pass it along with a particular next hop. So you have to update that so that it's a valid next hop. It won't do that for you automatically. So you can see it's an invalid next hop. I can't ping it, but I can still learn it and put it in the table because it's a BGP route. But for eBGP, you can't advertise routes unless there is a route policy. Okay, so I don't think that will work, and I just, for the most part, winged it. Nope, so it looks like that did not work. We still haven't learned a route for BGP, and we still haven't received any routes through BGP. So that definitely was not the answer. Oh, man. Maybe the problem is that it can't propagate it on because it's not a valid reachable route. So maybe if I set up next hop self on router 4, this will be a valid reachable route, so it'll be able to be propagated on. Let's try that. Okay, so now we're going to see the route change in router 3. Yep, so now we see that before we had a next hop of 10.99.10, and as we saw before, but I'll just ping it again, that is not a valid next hop, so I'm not able to ping that route. It's nowhere in the table. I'm not learning it dynamically. I'm not learning it directly. If I do a show IP route on it. Oh, actually, it is going to be in the table. Yeah, so it is through it is learned via OSPF, but it's not a valid next hop. It's multiple hops away, which you can do with Juniper, but you can't do with Cisco. But this will be a valid next hop. So let's do a show IP route on that one. And we'll see that it is quite a bit different from the other one because it is a direct route, which, so it's connected, which are the only valid next hops in Cisco. In Juniper, you can do it differently, but this is Cisco LAN. We're just doing this because they boot up faster, and we want to try to get on with this. So now let's see if it propagates in the Juniper routing table because it's a valid. Nope. Nope. Didn't work. Huh. Okay. Well, this is bad. I mean, it's good practice because especially since now the topic is BGP. So yeah, all of this is going to be fine. It's just the BGP configuration that's suspect. So, and it could be that I'm sending it to a confederation. This route map isn't necessary. See, this is what I thought would work. Why is this not working? I think it's because I need an export policy, but this is the export policy. Like this is the Cisco equivalent of an export policy in Juniper, I thought. Like this is doing what an export policy does. Why can't I do this? Why? Somebody tell me why in the comments, please. Okay, well, if somebody comments now, I won't get it because I'm going to upload this after. Foiled again. You know what? I'm going to get a glass of water, and maybe that will help me solve this somehow. I'll be back. I'm going to pause it. Okay, I'm back. It turns out I already had a full glass of water at my desk. I didn't spill it, so there is good news. Perfect. And there's even better news. That is that I get an extra moment back to work on this problem that I would have spent walking over to the kitchen that is about 5 to 10 feet away from where I am now. Okay, so the problem is that this route is not going here. So the neighborship is up. And it is advertising. If we do show route advertising protocol BGP, and then that neighbor, it is advertising. It's doing that on both of them. The problem is that it's not receiving. Oh, it's received. God, I really don't like. I really don't like how it's advertising and receive. It should be advertising and receiving, or advertise and receive. But oh well, it doesn't matter. Let's see here. So yeah. So here's the problem. We are advertising through that export policy, but we're not receiving. So we need an export policy on the Cisco. And unfortunately, I don't know how to do that. I will Google for it. So I thought that this was the export policy, just the network statements. Yeah, here we go. Cisco BGP export policy. Okay, so I think this is going to be fruitful. Conditional BGP route injection, routes that are advertised through the, the border gateway protocol are commonly aggregated to minimize the number of routes that are used and reduce the size of global routing tables. However, common route aggregation can obscure more specific routing information that is more accurate but not necessary to forward packets to their destinations. Routing accuracy is obscured by common route aggregation because a prefix that represents multiple addresses or hosts over a large topological area cannot be accurately reflected in a single route. Cisco software provides several methods by which you can originate a prefix into BGP. Okay, well, I think I know what the problem is now that I think of it. I think there's a metric in Juniper's that has to, or there's a setting. Like I think there's a command that has the word Cisco in it on a Juniper, because in order for it to hook up to a Cisco, it has to be set with a particular command. Otherwise, it cannot properly communicate with Cisco's. I'm pretty sure there's a command like that. Oops. Okay, well, I don't see it. I think one thing that might be fun is to see if my help helper can find it. Okay, but for realsies, let's do a Google search. And I can continue reading this too. This probably is the answer, but I'm just going to do a quick search first. So Juniper, BGP, Cisco. Yeah, Cisco is non-deterministic. Yeah. So path selection, Cisco non-deterministic. Maybe this is what needs to be changed. Okay, I think this is it. So Cisco non-deterministic. Set protocols BGP path selection Cisco non-deterministic. I think this is what I might need to do. Okay, so let me think about this more closely. So I think I kind of got a little bit called in by the sirens on that, because if I think about it, the problem is not on here. The problem has nothing to do with here. There's literally no command I can run on this device that will fix this problem. So I'm going to roll back that configuration because it'll just get in the way and confuse me later on down the line. And then I will explain why there's nothing I can do on this device that will solve this problem. The reason is show route receive protocol BGP 10.0.99.2. I am not receiving anything from this neighbor. So I'm saying, why am I not able to hit the target, with my bow and arrow? And I go over and look at the target. I'm not looking at the bow and arrow. Well, you don't have an arrow cocked. You've just got the bow pulled back, but you don't have an arrow in there. That's why you're not hitting it. So let's try to figure out how we can load this so that it actually does send this route. So we should see something come up here. In fact, let's just do a pipe refresh 1. We can do a pipe refresh 3, actually. Well, let's just do a 1. Yeah, so this will keep us on topic and engaged, and most importantly, thinking about things that actually matter. Not getting sidetracked by the siren call just to waste time. That's going to be a huge problem during the test too. Okay, so let's see here. We've got 172.16.2.0. We need to get that to show up here by some sort of configuration change here. Okay, so this is the neighborship that it relies upon. And we can see that if I do a show IP BGP neighbor, we do have that neighborship in established. So we've got opens, sent 1, received 1, updates. We sent 4 updates, we received 1 update. So this is what we need to do. We need to send updates that contain that path, but clearly there is some issue where either the updates are rejected or something. But I'm just surprised we're not getting a notification back if it's rejecting an update. But I would like to take a look at the updates being sent. Yeah, so number of NLRIs in the update sent. So we did send an NLRI with our so what the heck, it's sending it. It's just saying it's not receiving it. Okay, and then this is the other side, so it doesn't matter. What the heck? Well, I want to see an update, so I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go and sniff this link. Okay, and then I'm going to see if I can find an update. So I'm gonna come to router 3 and do a exit, and then I do show run pipe section. BGP. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a no router BGP 65099. Okay, and then I'm going to apply all of this back. Save it, and now hopefully I will have that update message. Yep, so we've got the open, the keep alive. So give me an update, please. I'm not getting any updates, even though it's saying that it's sending updates. We just don't see them in the capture for some reason. What the heck? Why are there no update packets? Oh, do I need a source address or something? Oh, maybe this is it. I need no synchronization. That's probably it. No, I have it. So we can do, we have a similar command. So BGP neighbors. Oh, what? Okay, so 10.9.1. Yes. What the ever loving F. So we have a route that is being advertised. Oh, that's interesting. So I think I know why it's being rejected. So it's being rejected because the path is 6,500. So, yep. So it's not going to even receive it. It's just going to throw it right in the garbage because 6,500 is the same autonomous system as this one is in, since it's in a confederation. So it's not going to accept that route. That's what's going on. So we can change that AS. We can take it out of there, or make a modification so that this number doesn't show up, and it'll learn it that way. So let's try that. Yeah, I was going absolutely crazy, but this was actually a really good learning exercise for me, because it turned out not to be a Cisco specific issue. It was just that I did not understand how BGP works well enough. If you advertise a route into a AS that has that AS in its path already, it will consider that to be a loop, and it won't accept the route. This is the whole purpose of this path here column, is to see if it is being accepted back to a autonomous system it was sent from. Because now let me bring up Paint again. So if I got 3 routers here, they all belong to different autonomous systems. This belongs to 1, this belongs to 2, this belongs to 3. And then we've got a packet that goes, let me get the pencil, yeah, here we go. So we start in 1, we send it to 2. So here's the packet. So the packet's gonna show in its AS path that it came from 1. Now the packet is gonna go from 2 to 3. Oops, and it didn't, here we go. So it's gonna go from 2 to 3. So now the AS path is gonna be appended, and it's gonna be 1, 2 is going to be the AS path. But now what's going to happen is 3 is going to try to send it back to 1, and the AS path will be 1, 2, 3. But 1 says, hey, wait a minute, I'm 1, and you send it from 1. That means you're going to send it from me. That means that it came around in a loop. It's going in a circle. This is not an okay way to send it. I'm going to reject it. Big fats, do it in the biggest, the biggest brush I can find. This one in red, no way, impossible, because it's got its own AS in there. Now there are ways to get around that. So let's do one of those ways. One way is you can manually take this out of the path. Another way is you can just allow it to accept the path if it only shows up once. But then if it shows up twice, not allow it. And you can choose how many times you want it to show up there. I think those are the 2 main ways. I can't think of any more ways. Yeah, let's implement one of those. Okay, so now we can get rid of the extra junk in the trunk here. Let's go on a diet here. Take your pick, Atkins, whatever will work, but it's all going to have the same result in the end, just gaining it back a few months later, but actually ending up worse off than you were when you started. But not in this case, because that's just a metaphor for diet, this is actual networking, so it's going to result in passing this exam. Let's go ahead and see if there's a way to advertise this network with a special setting to allow for that AS. So let's do neighbor 10.0.1.99.1, and then we'll do so let's remove the private AS so it won't be able to tell where it came from. And now I think we'll see it start to show up in this table, because we can take a look at that command again. Why does it still have the private AS in there? Okay. All right, that doesn't make any sense to me. I said remove private AS and it still is there. So I obviously don't understand how that command works. I think it just means that when you do the show neighbor, it won't show you the AS that the neighbor is in. But I'm kind of too on a roll right now to test that. I just want to get this done so I can go to bed. Okay, so I'm not sure how to do it here, but I think on the Cisco, what we can do is allow a hop. So let's do help apropos. Loop, pipe match, help topic. So, and then we can even do a pipe match BGP. Oops, so we don't get out anything for that. So one thing we can do as well, because I will have this available to me in the exam, assuming I memorize this, which wouldn't be too hard. It's just 17 lines of code. We can look in here for help. Okay, so that's all I got. Let's check out the BGP section. Okay, so that's not going to help. Okay. Well, this is no fun. This is no fun at all. All right, well, let me just get in there and maybe I'll see it. I think it's AS override. Oh, it flapped my. Okay, well, it brought it to down. I have to have AS override configured. Oh, now it's back up. But I'm still not getting anything. How do I do this? So I know what the problem is. I just don't know how to fix it. Well, I mean, I do know how to fix it, but I don't know how to fix it without just changing my whole topology. I mean, I could do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I could just change my whole topology. That would probably be the fastest way, actually. I mean, I've meant to learn about route paths anyway. But I hate getting stumped because I know I'm going to get stumped on the actual test. So I want to, so just being stumped in the lab and not knowing what the heck to do is kind of a sickening feeling because I know what's going to happen to me on the test. So if I can't figure it out in the lab, I'm not sure if I can figure it out on the test. Yeah, shouldn't AS override work? Why is AS override not working? Oh, because it's so I know why AS override isn't working. It's because I need to do it on the other. Yeah, I need to do it on the other one. If I do AS override on E, it'll work. Okay, and we'll see instead of coming from 6500, it'll just come from I. And hopefully it will now work on here. I'm pretty sure it will. If it doesn't, I will be just sad. All right, I'm sad. Let's see if the AS is different. The AS path, I mean. Okay, the AS path is not any different. Maybe it's because I need to clear. Because there hasn't been an update yet. Why is there not? Why is there no longer an advertised route? Ah, but we can see the path is still there. See, I thought it would make it so that it got rid of that, and then the path would just be that. That's not what AS override does, apparently. You should probably know what AS override does. Oh, so I need AS override on router 4. Okay, so I apply it to the neighbor, and I've got to do it on router 4. I don't have AS override on this one. Why don't I have AS override? What if I do it outside? No, it says to do it in the family. I don't have AS override. Yeah, so it's still this path, and if I could put AS override here, it would get rid of this, but I don't have AS override on here. I was not expecting that. Maybe it's like autonomous system. I don't have AS override. Ah, this is it. But I need that on rudder A. I mean, this is essentially AS override, but this is what I need on rudder A. Let's see if we can find it on rudder A. Oh my God, that was it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so yep, I was right. So we can see the AS path is I. It learns it in its own AS, which happens to be but the AS path is 65099, 65000, and I. So this is in 65000 because it's a route confederation. So there's a loop there. But luckily, I've got the command under family. So I'll do it again, show configuration, protocols BGP, pipe display set, pipe no more. And it's under family. So yep, family inet unicast loops one. I allow for one loop in the autonomous system. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is clean up the unnecessary configuration just because it might be confusing to somebody watching this. You know, did that really work, or was one of those other things you added, or was it two of them in tandem? I just want to prove to anyone watching this that this was the correct answer. Okay, now that I disabled AS override, this is the neighborship is going to need to flap. So here's just a regular one. We've got we're not sending any routes to the plain old Cisco in AS1, but to the load balance path, we are exporting the routes. And we are also allowing one loop. Everything else is the same. We've got a pure AS statement, a neighbor, and an external. So hopefully this is proof enough that this is the config. This is the command that resolved the issue. So one thing that worked differently than how I expected. So I expected if you had an issue like this, you would still see it in the receiving protocol command. It just wouldn't be accepted, but it would still show up in that command. But it sounds like in order for it to be received, it has to not have an issue. So the issue wasn't that we had the bow cocked, but we didn't have an arrow and we just fired an empty string. The issue was that we fired an arrow, but the target was made out of titanium and the arrow just bounced off. It wasn't the correct target. Or yeah, or the notching on the arrow was a clown nose and not a what are they called, like broad tip. So okay. All right, but we are good to go pretty much. Yeah, the other thing I want to do is clean up this side too, just make it extra super sure that it truly was just that I'm allowing a loop and not the next hop self, not anything like that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Well, I guess it'll be a little bit easier because I'll just add everything that I wanted to keep. There we go. Okay, so everything looks good. In my book, it's very clear what is and what is not effective. We can see that the route is still being learned, so we're good to go on that. Yep, it's right there. Now the next hop is going to be different. I think it's going to go back to .10 because I changed the next hop self. But it won't be doing that until, oh, actually, I think when it traverses a eBGP, it automatically updates the next hop, if I remember correctly. Let's go to router 1 and see what the next hop is going to be. But remember, it will traverse eBGP connection again. So the next hop, yep, the next hop is going to be good because whenever it traverses an eBGP connection, it updates the next hop by default. Okay, I don't know why I wasn't able to ping it. Oh, I know why. Because the destination address is going to be .1, and we haven't added the configuration for .1 yet. So we're going to need to do that before we have a valid ping. But I can do that. So this is all good to go now. So I'll make sure the config is saved. I'll close this, and then I will detach this tab. Okay, and then we'll get a ping working end to end, and then we can work on multipath, and then I can go to bed. So I'm good for another half an hour, another hour. From what I understand, there's the street there, there's a stairwell there, and there's a neighbor there, but there's also my bedroom and the bathroom and a hallway. So I should be able to keep talking until like 11 o'clock, hopefully. So going until 11 is, I think, perfectly reasonable. So I'm going to aim for that. Before I do that, though, I will pause and get some more water. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I forgot to mention down here, which is important for a apartment. There's a parking garage. So I think I'm definitely good to be talking until 11 because I'm, unlike some people, concerned about my neighbors' well-being in an apartment complex. Unlike the last person I lived next to, my God. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, if it wasn't a baby crying, it was people loudly enjoying each other's company. It was not fun. All right, so let's go ahead and yep, set up the other side. So I'm on this router now, so I'm going to do a run show. Oh no, I do show run pipe section BGP. It is very, very hot in here right now. I'm kind of tempted to put on my glasses or my goggles because they help you sleep better, or at least so it's been told. If you block out blue light, it's been said that you can sleep better because your brain is tuned for sleep if you no longer see blue light. It's been said that blue light is a wake signal. It keeps you awake. So if you block it out, you are more able to sleep. And I want to sleep as soon as this video is over, so I will be blocking out the blue light now. So if this makes the video better for you, excellent. If it makes it worse, then I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and remove the next hop self, the extra stuff that's not going to be necessary. There we go. Then let's do a, we can re-enable this behavior. That's totally fine. Now we can do a, well, let's take a look at what this is. Okay. So we've got, oh, that's router 1. We want to look at router 4. I mean router 3. There we go. Yeah, let's just use an address family, why not? Okay, so the big ticket that I was missing was on router E. We're going to need to allow one loop. Oh, I'm going to need to do this without looking it up because I'm going to need to know this for the exam. I'm actually, believe it or not, very happy that I did this because I think I was really weak in this. I mean, I'm going to need to know this during the test, so. Why? Oh, I forgot the E. Okay. Okay, so now we'll be able to ping. I'm going to delete the extra config. I'm sure I have it on this side as well. Oops, I'm no longer in config mode. Yep, I've got some extra config. Okay, but that's the only extra config I had. Okay, so we're good to go. Now we'll be able to ping end to end. We receive, oh, because I removed the AS override, it's got to build up a new neighborship. So here's all the, here's everything that has Cisco in it, which is kind of interesting. All right, but let's put that curiosity aside, and yep, we won't need to capture anymore. So one thing that might have been happening, actually, now that I think of it, is that allow loops might be something that is sent in the neighborship exchange, the open message. And because of that, it's going to know what the remote AS is. So it might actually be that you cocked in a bow back, but you didn't have an arrow. Because the question was, did you cock the bow back with an arrow, shoot the arrow, and have it bounce off the target? Or did you cock the bow back, forget the arrow, and shoot the bow without an arrow? Now, I had initially thought it was that the target bounced, the arrow bounced off the target. But now I'm starting to think, maybe I didn't shoot an arrow. Well, why wouldn't I have shot an arrow? I think the answer to that is that in the BGP neighborship, establishment, it said that it won't allow any loops. So when it goes to send, so if I do a show IP BGP summary, I've got information about my neighbor, and I can see that my neighbor has the AS of 65000. So it's this device that will look at the route, say, oh, it's but the thing is with that, we wouldn't have seen it in the advertising protocol command, I think, if that were the case. Yeah, because it was showing up here in the advertised routes. So it was advertising that route. So maybe it just didn't have a star in front of it. Nope, it had a star in front of it. But this was from after I fixed it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have a version of it from before I fixed it anymore. Well, that's too bad. I'm kind of curious to see if it had a star on it. But I definitely don't want to look at it again, because I think I've just about got this figured out. So let's do a show IP route. Yep, and let's do a ping. Perfect. Oh my God. So yeah, I'm really happy with this exercise. I figured out how to do it eventually. That's a command I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to know how to use. Let's go back to the to router A, and let's bring that link back up. And somehow I actually I can see that I am recording. My mic is lighting up, but I don't see my webcam in blue anymore. So I don't know if I'm still capturing. I'm going to assume that I am, because I can still see myself in the screen, and I can still see the microphone in green. So I'm going to assume that I am still recording, but usually my camera is in blue when I record. There's a blue LED on it. That LED is off, but I'm very nearly done with this video, so let's just keep on going. Even if it didn't make it on the camera, I just for myself off camera, I need to finish up this topic. Okay, so show configuration, type this base set, type no more. Yep, now we can bring that back up. Okay, and then we should see a cost equal path for that route. Or maybe not cost equal, but we should see another path. Okay, we don't see it yet, but sometimes it can take a while to get the update. Yep, it's still inactive, so oops. It's been down for 4 hours. There we go, now it's up. Oh, but we still only got one. Maybe it's just taking a while to send out the update message. Let's take a look at what the routing table is like on A. Oops, so we still are only receiving it. Oh, you know what? That's because we're not. Oh. Okay, so now that .99 route is gone. What? Okay, so now I think if I enable load balancing, I will see that come back. So if I do a show BGP receiving, BGP or show route, receive BGP 192.0. Or sorry, 10.0.99.2. Oh, now I'm not even receiving anymore. What the hell? Okay, so let's try enabling multipath. Okay, so we're just going to set up on the eBGP pair multipath. So this should work. Configure private. So we're going to do edit protocols, BGP group. Let's do a help apropos multipath. Okay, so I think I've got the wrong idea of multipath. So let me bring up MS Paint to explain what I believed was multipath, and then I will explain what multipath actually is. Okay, so this is the understanding I had of multipath. So let's say we have 3 autonomous systems. We have autonomous system 1. Then we have autonomous system 2. And then we have autonomous system 4516, and no, we have autonomous system 3. Okay, so within each autonomous system, so what I thought you could do, and let's actually say that you have 4 autonomous systems. You have autonomous system 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you have 3 down here. You have 4 here. Okay, so what I thought you could do is, let's say we have 2 routers here. Okay, so we've got 2 routers here. We've got 1 here, 1 here, and 2 here. And then we've got these connected here. Got these connected like this. These connected like this. And then these connected like this. So what I originally thought multipath could do was that you could have 2 eBGP policies on here with 1 neighbor within each eBG policy, and then on this router here, and even this router here, you would have a cost equal path to these routes here, because it could go through either autonomous system 2, or autonomous system 3. So you would have a cost equal path through 2 separate autonomous systems. So from what I see in this help here, that's a complete wrong idea. This is what multipath means that you can do. So multipath means that if you have autonomous system 1, 2, and 3, and never mind autonomous system 4, 1, 2, 3. So now if you have a router in 1, and then you have multiple routers in autonomous system 2, and then a router in autonomous system 3, all multipath means is that you can have multiple paths through the same autonomous system path. So you can either go through autonomous system 2 here or here, but without multipath enabled, you'd have to pick one or the other. With multipath, you can load balance through the autonomous system. However, the other way, here, is still not possible, at least not through multipath, from what I understand. Okay. Okay, so I mean that's not hard to overcome. So let's overcome that and that misunderstanding by rewiring my topology here. So this should be really easy to do. I'm just going to take. I'm just going to make this one a little bigger, and then I'm going to just add a second link. Yep, so it's going to be 9 here. 9 to 9, like that. Okay, and I can delete all these. Oh, you know what? This is not a good. Um, yeah, I think a better place to do this would be eBGP, because we can see. Oh, okay. So it can be either or. Pass as active pass. Okay. So yeah, this will work. Okay. Oh, we're going to need to add it to ISAS as well. Oh, missing one more part. Okay, time to configure the other side. Okay, so I wonder if this will not come up until I issue multipath. Let's try that. Okay, I have a feeling I'll have to issue it on both sides. Yep, I think I'll need to do it on both sides, so let's try that. Okay, so that wasn't it. There's obviously some other issue. Okay, so I've got the neighborship statement correct as far as I know. And I've got family ISO. That's dot one on that side. Okay, so we should have dot two on this side. We do. Okay, so it might require the yeah, it might require the writing policy. Let's try adding that. Wow, it's getting nice and cold in here. It takes it like 2 hours to cool down. Does that make sense when you're going from 90, plummeting? Okay, so here's the statement we're going to need. All right. Oh my God. Oh no, I'm back to it. Oh, you know what? Oh, that might be it. Yeah, that's probably it. Okay, we'll move mine then. I did it. Okay, well, anyway, I think I did it because I have, yeah. So let's do a ping. It's not load balancing. I'm expecting it to load balance. All right, so I think I pretty much did it. Let's try removing this, and then if this removes, I think I will have figured out how to enable BGP load balancing. Okay, so the next BGP update packet that comes through will remove this. So I don't remember how BGP update packets come through. I think they come through on a timer, but I'll look that up. Oops, and I do have multipath enabled on the other side, so I will get rid of that.
Okay, so unfortunately I don't see one of these disappear. So multipath didn't seem to do anything. Okay, so unfortunately I will have to end the video here. I might be able to readdress this tomorrow briefly, especially if I wake up early. I can do a third video where I do a more simple topology. Um, yeah, this is just too difficult, so I can just do the topology here, and I can just follow the link here. Yep, so we can see it's a much simpler topology that they are doing there. So I'll see if I can wake up earlier in the morning tomorrow, and then I'll tear down this topology so that it's just 3 routers, and we'll see if we can make this work with a much simpler topology. So thanks for watching. Super long video today. I thought I could get it through, but all the way through, but I could not. So I will see you in the next one. Hopefully I'll be able to sneak in an extra video tomorrow to give this a little bit more attention.